So laser scanning microscopy is a means of getting 3D information from very small objects. We basically scan across the surface of a structure like a corrosion cast of a glomerulus in the kidney, and we develop a stack, a 3D stack of individual optical sections. These stacks are all put together in a perfect registered form. This forms a three-dimensional image file that can be subsequently printed. Another way of getting information, 3D information, is by computerized axial tomography. And this is based on using X-rays, which are scattered or absorbed as they go through a specimen. Bone is one of them. They pass through an object. A tomographic series results from rotating this X-ray source around a specimen. So here's our core. This gets rotated around, and there are detectors all the way around the outside. And then this passes through the longitudinal axis of the specimen. And we get a tomographic series from here, which then uses something called a back projection algorithm, which I don't have any idea what that means. But it puts these two-dimensional image files into a three-dimensional file that can be either rendered or printed. Another way is 3D laser scanning. So we can take the face of President Obama, scan this to a very high degree, make a 3D image of his face that is an exact replica, but of course without different shades. And what I've constructed here is a model of a bacteriophage, called a T4 bacteriophage, or the little lunar lander model. And here we see the constructed object up here. When we render it, rendering simply means giving it a surface within the computer. We render it, looks something like this. And then, of course, we can do little fancy things like videos. Here we have one of these guys that is going to be coming down and landing on the surface of a bacterium. 3D files are very analogous to this, except they're made up of voxels, little cubes, three-dimensional digital units. These cubes define the form, resolution, contrast of an acquired or reconstructed 3D object. The voxel dimension is an important part of this. The position in 3D space that voxel occupies, the intensity of the voxel, all define a three-dimensional object. And of course, when you're talking about the cube of something, you're talking about a file that's 1,000 times bigger than a two-dimensional file, because we've added that third dimension.